The Flash 777, Jeremy Adams writing with Fernando Pasarin on the art. So I was really down on the last issue, not because the run was plummeting, just because it was a weird issue with Flash and Dr. Fate and all the weird art gimmicks of them turning the page around and all the meta stuff. This took an interesting turn, actually. So there is the plot continue with Wally and Dr. Fate, where they're in Gem World, and it seems like Eclipso came here for a reason. And they basically get to the point because they go to Dark Opal, who's like the villain in Gem World, and they kind of have to reluctantly work with him a little bit. And it turns out that basically what's probably seems to be happening is that Eclipso wants to use like Gem World as like the powering device to basically broadcast these powers so that he can be the most powerful Eclipso that he's ever Eclipsoed. And it's like, okay, typical Eclipso, whatever.
Yep, I love it. It's still jewel based. I love it.
Yeah. But there's still some fun stuff with Wally, and all the Justice League Dark characters kind of not taking him seriously because he didn't really know about magic. But he's actually the one who says, no, this is science. Barry would be so proud of me right now. And he explains, my kid had this experiment, and it was a quartz that was used to do the whole thing. So all decent stuff. The big thing at the end though is that all Justice League Dark, the last page cliffhanger is that they're all taken over by Eclipso. So Wally's in a bit of a pickle at the end of the issue. And the banter between the characters is pretty decent throughout that plot. But that's only half the book though, right? So this is very neatly between two plots. The other plot is back on Earth with the family. So you got Linda, you got Irene, and you got Jay. And it's Jay's writing his diary, which he actually calls an action log. That's what he calls it. And it's him like complaining about his sister, how his sister's got powers, but it's not in like a moany, annoying way. It's kind of like a sweet kind of like brother sister thing. But there's actually an interesting thing that's put in here is that Ivory's got a new friend at school because they've just started this school a few weeks ago, and her new friend is Maxine.
Oh,
as in Animal Man's daughter.
Yeah,
and they actually kind of like treat her as a bit of a troublemaker. She's like convincing Irie to like help her steal ice cream and stuff, and they're up to no good and sneaking out after dark. And
I really thought you were gonna say free the frogs like an ET, because that's very on brand for her.
Yeah, and apparently Irie refers to the pair of them as hair twins. So gingers stick together apparently. So yeah, some fun hijinks with them, and like Jay's like giving them shit. The West family have a PS5 because Jay's excited because Irie gives them all of her video game time so that he won't tell Linda about what she's been up to with Maxine. But at the end of the issue, she sneaks out after dark to hang out with Maxine, and there's like a big towering figure in shadow. I actually don't know who it is for sure. Like if it wasn't for the long hair, I'd have said maybe Solomon Grundy or something. But seemed to have long hair, whoever it was. But yeah, so yeah, like, the Animal Man family is kind of like, and we don't even meet any of the other characters. It's just Maxine in this issue. But I presume that maybe, and what's funny is I didn't necessarily even clock it was Maxine, as in like Buddy's kid at first.
Right.
It was later on when Irie is like, asking Linda, "Hey, can I go and like spend the night at Maxine's?" She wanted to show me something at her house with her animals, and I went, "Wait, we had animals?" And I saw it clicked who it was, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So yeah, no, all the family stuff at home. I love that the rest of the family are getting some like plot and some character building. It sort of sells that Linda's a little bit worried that Wally's missing because he got pulled into a portal. But it just fleshes them out a little bit, and yeah, that's some decent time. So yeah, there's like some big monstrous figure potentially, going to trouble the kids at the end, because they're up to no good. And as far as like the actual Gem World stuff, like I say, the banter's mostly fun. The action of the issue comes early on, where there's like a giant. So it's almost like Adams was excited for Dune because he put in like a big blue worm, that's not unlike the worm from Dune. And they basically defeat it, kind of like how, and I think it's Tremors 3, where basically they make it run into a wall, but in this case it's like a crystal wall, so that it kills it.
Okay.
So Wally burrows underground and speeds into it, and then just sort of at the last second jumps out the way, and it goes into Diamond, and oh well, that's it. Bye bye. But no, decent fun issue. I definitely liked it a lot more than the last one. Which I thought was just mostly gimmicky and just kind of filler. This felt like it was actually advancing the plot. and I really like the focus on the rest of the West family, which was nice, especially the kids. The kids getting some time to like sort of flesh out their side of things was nice. So no, solid 7.5 for me. I think this issue. Had a good time.